Welcome back to another episode of FPL Talks. I'm so happy to be back with you all discussing on FPL and all the other great stuff as well. Today we are going to digest on the Game Week 8, discuss about the fixtures and the popular picks for the Game Week 8 along with some good cheap and picks that people will not go for, but these are the picks that can work very well if people really go for it. So starting off with the fixture list here, and the fixture list is Aston Villa versus Southampton, Nottingham Forest versus Fulham, Wolves versus Manchester City, Newcastle versus Bournemouth. Then you've got Tottenham versus Leicester City, Brentford Arsenal, Everton West Ham. While the other three games between United Leeds, Brighton Palace, Chelsea Liverpool have been postponed. So these are the seven matches we've got this week, and we've also got two free transfers as well. Now, going on the FPL popular picks that people mostly go for, and starting off with the first one, people, and we all know that people have been really on Ivan Toney at the start of the season. Very rare people picked him because he was not in high demand, he was not a big name. But now, slowly but surely, a lot of people want to pick him. 6 appearances, 5 goals, 2 assists. Thank you to Who Scored from where I got the stats. And if you see the stats here, has given by the Who Scored, he has had 2.5 shots per game this season, and he has also had 1.7 key passes per game. This shows that this guy is very capable when it comes to scoring and even assisting. And along with that, he does have a fair shots of games in a particular game. He gets 3 shots in a game around, and he also gets around 1.72 key passes per game, which is very good. And that means that he's mostly going to contribute in every game, whether goal or assist. If you see the FPL price, and people, this is very cheap for 7.2. And many people always look at the fixture list when you go for a player. Has he got a hard fixture list? Has he got an easy fixture list? And he has got Arsenal home, where I do see him scoring a goal because he can bully the Arsenal defenders. Then Bournemouth away, one of the worst team in the league with no disrespect intended. Then Newcastle away, which could be a hard one. And then Brighton home, which is also a tough one. But if I do see him scoring against Arsenal, Bournemouth, and he might score against Newcastle and Brighton as well. So these are good fixtures in my opinion. And I think Toney can be a very good pick, especially for the price he has got, 7.2. Now, discussing on Kevin De Bruyne, a popular pick for everyone. 5 matches, goal and 4 assists. People, these are some fantastic stats. And many people are saying that with Haaland up top, Kevin De Bruyne is going to break a lot of records this season. If you see his stats, he has got 2.8 shots per game, 3.5 key passes per game, 2.3 crosses per game, which shows how much creativity does Kevin De Bruyne does in a game. Like, this guy has around 2.3 crosses per game, and you know who is at the end of those crosses? Players like Haaland. He has 3.5 key passes per game, which again, on end of that is always a Haaland. And then he has 2.8 shots a game, which is also a very good stat. His FPL price is very high, so to get him, you might have to use a free transfer. So that could be a problem. And the next 4 matches that he has got is against Wolves, who play a low block where his creativity can come to fruition. He also had a very good match against Wolves last year. They've got United home, a fixture he always does well. And then they have Southampton home and then Liverpool away. A fixture list where I can see Kevin De Bruyne at least have 3 assists or 4 assists. So he could be a player you can really go for in these matches as well. Now, going on Mitrovic, the talk of the town, the player who has been really impressive this season. 6 matches, 6 goals with no assist. He averages 1 key pass per game, which is not at the level of what Toney has, but he averages 4.5 shots a game, which is near to 2 times more than Toney. And this is also more than Kevin De Bruyne. He literally has 4.5 shots per game, courtesy of heading, crossing, shots, and a lot of other stuff as well. His FPL price is just 6.9, and the next 4 matches are against Nottingham Forest away, who are struggling, Newcastle home, which could be a good fixture, and then West Ham away, where West Ham are conceding goals right now, and then Bournemouth home, a fixture right now where you back Fulham to win and get some goals as well. So people, Mitrovic can be a very good pick for FPL as well, with the fixture list, the price, and the stats he's getting on this season as well. Now, going on Joao Cancelo, and Joao Cancelo so far in terms of goal and assist hasn't done a lot this season. 5 matches, 1 goal, but no assist. But if you see the other parts, this has been a very good season for him. He has given you 3 clean sheets, which means he's given you 12 points this season from clean sheets. He has also scored a goal, which has given you 6 points. And overall, he still is averaging a 0.7 key pass per game, 1 shot per game, 0.5 crosses per game, which is very, very good for a defender. And he has a FPL price of 7.1. And Wolves is going to be a low block team, so he might get an assist up there. United at home can be a very interesting fixture as well, while Southampton will also play in the low block and he can be very useful. And Liverpool away is a fixture which is very unpredictable. So I think Cancelo is, at least if he's in a team, he's a must keep. And if you know buy him, do buy him for the Wolves match. But after that, it's not very guaranteed how much points he's going to get, in my opinion. Now, going on towards Harry Kane, one of the FPL stars for last some seasons. In this season, he has been had 6 appearances, 5 goals, and surprisingly no assists. He scored in the last moments against Chelsea, scored against Wolves, scored 2 against Nottingham even after missing a penalty, and has been very important for Tottenham Hotspur. He has been averaging 3.7 shots per game, but now comes another very good statistic that he has 2.2 key passes per game. The thing with Harry Kane is that if he's not going to score for you, he will assist. So this season he has scored more goals, but there will also be a stage where he will assist more and score less. If you see the next 4 matches, those are Leicester home, Arsenal away, Brighton away, Everton home. All fixtures where I see Harry Kane in all matches score a goal or at least assist. I can see Harry Kane have at least 2 goals in these 4 matches and 2 assists. So for me, if you've got Harry Kane, he's a must keep. And if you haven't got him and you're using a wild card or a chip, do keep him in a team for the future ahead as well. Looking at the statistics, people, he could be a very good buy for you all as well. Now, going on the talk of the player this time, the player who is going to break many records, Erling Holland. This man in 6 appearances has already scored 10 goals and has an assist as well. He also has had 4.2 shots per game, but key passes have not been at the level you expect. So with Haaland, he's not going to assist much. It's more about scoring as well. So in Haaland terms, just see the shots he's getting per game with the services of Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, the players like Kevin De Bruyne. He's averaging 4.2 shots per game, people. That's a massive, massive statistic to look to. His FPL price is 12. So if you don't have him, I think either you will have to substitute a player who is very expensive in a team like a Salah, like Harry Kane or something like that, or you will have to use a free transfer. So that depends on you. But people who have him, I think making him a captain can be a good pick, especially against the Wolves, who is going to sit in the low block, United, and then Southampton, and then Liverpool away as well. Now, going on, Gabriel Jesus, and he has had a very terrific season so far. 3 goals, 3 assists in 6 matches. He has had 3.3 shots per game, 2.2 key passes per game. This is very near to statistics that Harry Kane always puts near, where he can assist, he can score, and his FPL price is also very good at 8.1. Looking at his next 4 fixtures, he will score against Brentford or assist, and then Tottenham at home, I think he's going to trouble Eric Dyer, and I think he might get a goal or assist in that game as well. Then Liverpool home, and Liverpool right now are really struggling, and then Leeds away, a fixture where Gabriel Jesus for me is at least going to score and assist both times. So I see Gabriel Jesus pulling on 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 goals, 1 assist. So I think Jesus is going to do a very good job, people. And if you've got him, I think making him a captain can be a very good choice. And if you haven't got him, then I will say to go for him, because he has a good fixture list and the stats he has got are very, very good. Looking also with future stats as well, he does have shots in a game, key passes per game, and can be a very, very good utility player for anyone involved. Now, going on, Heung-min Son, and he has had a very disappointing season by his standards. Just 1 assist in 8 games, 6 matches. I apologize, people. And if you see his stats, he is averaging good enough shots per game in 2.8. He also has 2.2 key passes per game. He also is averaging 1 cross per game, but his FPL price is too high, and his performances this season have not been good. His next 4 matches are against Leicester, Arsenal, Brighton, Everton. For me, against Arsenal playing on the counter, especially how attacking football Arsenal are playing, as we saw against Manchester United, I think he will at least get an assist or a goal against Arsenal, and he will get an assist or goal against Leicester. But I do not see him score against Brighton, and I do not see him score against Everton. So for me, if you're making the team for just next 2 game weeks, next 1 game week, do go for him if you really don't want to have Harry Kane or haven't got the funds for Harry Kane. But Harry Kane is more cheaper, and I'll still go for Harry Kane over Son, because Son for me has been disappointing this season. And bar the fixture against Leicester and Arsenal, I cannot see him score against Brighton and Everton. But we all know anyone can be proven wrong. This is Premier League. So let's see how does this go. But 11.7 people is a massive price. You're also going to ask me that why no Mohamed Salah is in here, because this is as per game week 8 and Mohamed Salah is not playing any fixture this week as well. Now, going on the surprise cheap picks for game week 8, and this is where the things get interesting. Starting off with Leon Bailey, he has an FPL price of 4.7. In 4 matches, he has given you a goal and an assist, and along with that, he averages 1 shot per game and 0.7 key passes. Now, those stats are not very good. Just 1 shot per game, 0.7 key passes per game. Is he really going to contribute? But overall, he has still had 1 goal, 1 assist, and the fixture list is very, very good so far. Southampton home, Leeds away, struggling Nottingham Forest away, Chelsea home were also struggling. People, for me, I will not go for Leon Bailey at the moment because I think some of the shots per game and key passes per game are not at the standard they must be. But seeing the next fixture list, Southampton home, Leeds away, Forest away, Chelsea home, I'm very tempted to go for him or either one of Ings or Watkins because I think Villa are going to get a lot of wins in this. I think they're going to beat Southampton, beat Leeds, and I think they're going to beat Nottingham Forest. I see Aston Villa win 3 of the next 4 games. So I think that is why I might be tempted to go for Leon Bailey. Now, going on, another big part of Brentford this season, that is Mbeumo. And if you see his appearances, his 6 appearances so far, 2 goals, 0 assists. And this season, every game, he has averaged 2 shots per game. And he also has 1.2 key pass per game, which are good stats. So he does have fair few shots in a game. And he also has a good key pass per game as well. His FPL price is only 6, which is very, very good as well. And if you look at the next 4 fixtures, Arsenal home, Bournemouth away, Newcastle away, Brighton home, I can see some good fixture lists where Mbeumo for a cheap price can contribute a lot. Especially if you cannot buy Ivan Toney for 7.2, but you want to have a Brentford player in your team, then you must go with Mbeumo in my opinion, because he can also do a lot of stuff. This guy is capable of assisting and scoring as well if Toney is not on a mark or Toney is being man-marked. So he's a player people you can really go after as well. Now, I think this is a player which could be a surprise pick and a player that even I might go for this game week. That's Daniel Prudence. He has had 4 matches this season, scored 2 goals and has no assist. He's averaging 1.2 shots per game, which is not great, but because Wolves are a team which do not create or attack much, but he has 1.8 key passes per game, which means this guy really contributes in a game, just not in terms of goals, but in different aspects as well. His FPL price is cheap for 5.5. And if you look at the next 4 fixtures, they will play on the counter versus Manchester City, where Prudence can be threatening, West Ham away, then Chelsea away, where they can easily play on the counter, and then Nottingham Forest home. For me, people, this is a good fixture list, where for me, Wolves will have some sort of goals, and I do see Prudence being a big part of that. So this could be a surprise cheap pick you can go for in this game week, in my humble opinion. Now, for me, coming to Leicester, who are struggling for relegation this season, having an absolutely awful season, but James Maddison is one of the most positive aspects about Leicester City this season. In 5 matches, he has had 2 goals and 1 assist. His stats so far this season have been 2.6 shots per game, 1.8 key passes per game, 2.6 long balls per game, and his FPL price is 7.9. And his next 4 matches are against Tottenham, Nottingham Forest home, Bournemouth away, Palace home. People, for me, Leicester will score against Tottenham, and I will have Maddison in my team. And Nottingham Forest home, Bournemouth away, Palace home. I think Leicester will bounce back. I do see Leicester getting at least 7 points from these 4 matches. And this is why I think Maddison will have a lot of contribution. For 7.9, he could be a good pick. And he could be a very good pick for you to go for a future as well. He might not do well against Tottenham, but he's bound to do well against Forest, Bournemouth, Palace. He is also averaging good enough shots per game, key passes per game, long balls per game. So he could be a very good player to have, who already has 3 goal contribution this season in 5 matches. So he's a player, people, you should be really looking out for as well. Now, going on, Dominic Solanke, in 3 matches, he has had 1 goal and 1 assist. Now, why I have picked him in this is because of the fixture list Bournemouth have got. His FPL price is just 5.7. He has 1.5 shots per game, 0.3 key passes per game. So stats are not great. His FPL price is cheap, but not very cheap for a player who really does not play much as well. But these are the fixture lists for me, people, he can be a big part of. He got a goal and an assist against Nottingham Forest. I do see him starting against Newcastle, and then they've got Brentford home, Leicester home, Fulham away. Fulham are their own championship team that got promoted. Leicester are in struggle. Brentford are beatable. Newcastle are even beatable. I think Dominic Solanke can get some goals in these matches. So he could be a cheap pick to go for if you really have no alternate option to go for as well. So he could be a surprise pick you can go for to stun some people and really surprise everyone as well. Now, going on Kenny Tete, and he has been doing really well this season. He has only had 1 clean sheet, but has also given you 2 assists, which fetch you 3 points per assist, which is 6 points. So he has given you 6 assist points, 3 clean sheet points. And if you look at the stats, the way Mitrovic is playing, and Kenny Tete always attempts at least 0.3 crosses per game, 0.5 key passes per game, which is not great, but he does put some crosses into the box, which Mitrovic can enjoy on. And this is why he is a very good pick to go for a cheap price of 4.5. They have got Nottingham Forest away, Newcastle home, West Ham away, Bournemouth home. And I think Kenny Tete in some of these matches is going to have some assist chance for Mitrovic. So that's a good pick to look out for. And he can also, I think Fulham might take clean sheet in some of these matches. So that's a good pick to go as well. I won't go for Tete because I do see Forest Fulham ending in a 1-1 draw. And I do see Fulham conceding all of those matches. And I don't see Tete having a lot of goals and assists. But for a cheap price of 4.5, I think he's one of the best picks in that price category. Now, going on to Anthony Gordon. And Anthony Gordon this season has 6 appearances, 2 goals, no assists. But the good thing about him is he's averaging 3 shots per game, which is very good. 1 key pass per game, which is not bad. And his FPL price is just 5.5. And the next 4 matches are against West Ham United home, Southampton away, United home, Tottenham away, where against Tottenham United they'll play on the counter. Southampton is a winnable match. West Ham at Goodison Park is a match where they can do well. And I think Anthony Gordon has been one of the biggest part of Everton. And this is why for a cheap price, I think he'll give you at least a goal and assist in these 4 games and can even do more. And therefore, I think this could be a good pick to go for as well, with Everton keeping some clean sheets as well, which fetches midfielder 1 extra point for that as well. So this is about Anthony Gordon. Now, going on Martin Odegaard, and he has had a terrific season so far. 6 matches, 3 goals, no assist. He has also had 2 long passes per game, 2.2 shots per game, and 1.7 key pass, which shows how much he influences the game. Yes, the assist column is still not full, but it will start getting, and his assist can really reach at least a 10 this season, in my opinion. A FPL price of 6.5. Martinelli playing well, Gabriel Jesus playing well. I think Odegaard can be a very, very good pick for you. And looking at the fixtures, Brentford away, where I do see Arsenal score some goals. Tottenham home, Liverpool home, Leeds away. I think Odegaard will have some contribution in all these matches and can be a good pick for a 6.5, especially for the match against Brentford, where I do see him give assist or goal as well, or at least assist in my humble opinion. Now, going on to Ivan Parisich, he has only been given 3 matches to play, but has already fetched 2 assists, where both the times Harry Kane has scored from a corner kick, and Parisich was the crosser. So Parisich is a good crosser of the ball. Yes, he has had 1.7 cross per game, 1.3 key passes per game, 2 clean sheets, and 0.2 shots per game as well. Now, on the clean sheet, these are the clean sheet of Tottenham Hotspur and not Parisich. So nobody's sure has he got that points or not, because in many of these matches, he has come on as a substitute. But looking at the price of 5.6, next 4 matches, Leicester home, Arsenal away, Brighton away, Everton home, and I think he can be a good crosser. He can cross from the corner kick as well, and Tottenham are becoming a good set-piece team. I think he could be a good pick for you to go for FPL price. For me, I won't go with Ivan Perisic, because for me, Tottenham are going to concede in all of these games, and Tottenham slowly but certainly will start conceding goals. And I think Perisic might not have so much contribution from corners, especially against Arsenal and the likes of, for me, Everton, who are very tall people, and even Brighton. But I do see Perisic do a good performance against Leicester, and he's still a pick you can go for at a cheap price for 5.6. Now, going on Kieran Trippier, he has had 6 matches, 1 goal this season with no assist, but you see his other stats, and these are very good. 0.7 shots per game, 1.8 key passes per game, 3 crosses per game, which is a massive stat, 3.7 long passes per game, and 3 clean sheets. This guy has given you around 12 points from clean sheets. He has given you 6 points from the goal, and he also averages 3 crosses per game, 3.7 long passes, takes corner kicks sometimes, takes free kicks sometimes, and for a 5.3 price, we're looking at their fixture list. Bournemouth home, who are going to play on the low block, Fulham away, Brentford home, United away. I think Kieran Trippier could be a very good pick for you if you really have a chance to buy him and have got a space in the defense option. Now, going on to the last player I'm going to discuss today, that's Gerard Bowman. Now you will say, am I an idiot to keep him here? He has had an awful season, 0 goals, 0 assists, and he has also had stats are not very good. Yes, he has had 1.8 shots per game, but 0.7 key passes per game and 0.3 crosses per game, which is very low for a player like Bowen. And his FPL price is also very hefty in 8.1. But people, just look at the next 4 matches West Ham have got. Everton away, where corner kicks, set pieces can be a big part. Wolves home, where set pieces can be a big part. Fulham home, where again, Gerard Bowen crossing from the corner kicks, and players like Zuma being very threatening on the corners, and Southampton. This is why I've gone with Bowen, and I'm very much interested in abilities of Bowen. I do see Bowen coming back to form, and I won't be surprised that Bowen has assisted in all of these games. And this is why I will, at least if you have Bowen in a team, for me, you keep him, but in the end, it depends on you. So, people, these were my FPL talks. These were my FPL picks. You have your own choice. I respect your choice. This is just my opinion. I'm not enforcing it on anyone. And I hope you enjoyed it. Please, people, do put a feedback. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and thank you to support the channel, people. Hope you have a great day. Thank you, everyone. Wish you have a great day. Thank you.